fog rolled in thick, a beast was lurking. Tonight the GRT boys hunt a savage lycanthrope that stole Moose's headstone cap. Armed with silver bullets and bad intentions, they rode in ready for war. The wolf thought he owned the night, but he picked the wrong crew and the wrong cap. He huffed, he puffed. GRT blew that big bad wolf straight back into the shadows. This hunt ends tonight.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Gentleman's Roundtable. I am Reviews of Moose. I am wearing the creature that is going to be what we're going to be talking. One of the caps we're going to be talking about tonight with the Headstone Apparel, and also we're going to plug our stores as well. And those links to our stores will be in the chat. All right, Dubs, your turn, bud.
Dubs Hat Hub. I'm wearing the Peaky Workman today, and you can check me out on dubshathub.com.
I'm Chad from First 508 Airborne on YouTube. I'm wearing the Peaky Dudley in gray.
Anox from Anox on Box. I am wearing the creature as well, and loving this cap. And let me just say one thing: if you guys saw the intro, that's what happens when you mess with my boy Moose's caps.
Yeah, you smoked that fool, man.
Glad you got it
Break
back.
yourself, fool.
Yeah.
All right, and now we're introducing Mike. He is the Headstone Apparel guy, the head honcho over there. And I'm going to go to link in the description as well for his website so you guys can purchase the caps if you guys haven't already. And let's go ahead and hear yourself by yourself, Mike.
Yeah, so I'm Mike. I'm your official ghost host for Headstone Apparel. Filling orders, designing hats, getting them out to you. I too am wearing the creature, and yeah, just very excited to talk with you guys about what we got going on.
Nice.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for joining us, Mike. It's going to be a great episode. And so we obviously we have the creature. And is there another cap that you currently have?
I currently have with me the Werewolf. If people haven't picked this one up yet, it's amazing. And then yes, we have multiple hats in development. So I don't know if you want to talk about those now or later, but
No, we're going to do that later for sure. Yeah.
yeah. So that's more to come.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my question first. How did the Headstone Apparel how did it get started?
Sure. Do I get Dubs? Can you edit in like flashbacks? And I remember distinctly talking to my buddy Mike. Be careful, don't throw water on us. We multiply like crazy. We were sitting at noon waiting for a Boston Scally drop, and we're talking on the phone. Did you get it? Is it in your car? Because their drops were really ridiculous there for a while. Like you had to be on 11:58, get that thing in your cart, and move on with your life.
Yeah.
So afterwards, we were big Kool-Aid drinkers with the Boston Scally. Still am. I mean, they're a phenomenal company. Literally paved the way for all of us makers. I feel. And was talking with him like, man, wouldn't it be cool if we could just design our own hats and then you could make whatever you wanted? And that just sat and stewed for a long time. And went through some personal stuff. My girlfriend now, she said, well, why don't you do that? You're wildly creative. You can do it. There's excuses, right? You're like, oh, but I didn't get bitten by a radioactive hat and don't have hat superpowers to make hats now. My comic book origin story. How am I going to do this? Whatever. She's like, we'll figure it out. It was financially at the time. I can take a gamble on this. And she sourced the manufacturing, went all around to try and get somebody to make it for us. So we got that. And then, the rest was kind of history. based off of the success of the first one, the Werewolf, which I only ordered in one size because it was a gamble. I'm like, well, I'll see if I can pedal these off, see if this works. And then we'll expand from there. And, that's now why we have, the 3 size run. We're going to have a 4 size run next go around. And it's working just amazingly. So there's a lot of learning to be done, and just bear with us, everyone.
Nice.
Dubs?
Yeah, man. As a flat cap guy, are there any plans for other styles of caps like flat caps, newsboys, things like that in the future?
Yeah, so the reason the 6 is obviously personal preference. I love 6 panels. I feel they look better on me. Um, Flat caps, unfortunately, are my least favorite, but I know there's a
Mm,
demand for it, so
yeah.
it's in the works. I kind of
Cool.
like what we have going on with Headstone, at least at the moment. Obviously expansion's limitless, but we're kind of like your 6 panel guy. You go to Zaya, Ammo and Quilts. A lot of those guys are doing the 8 panels.
Yeah.
Peaky Hat kills it with the single panels. There's a lot of makers, and we're almost sort of have kind of our own, I want to say, niche market or stuff that we're doing well at. So continue that course. Do I want to do a single panel? Well, absolutely. Do I
Yeah.
want to do an 8 panel, which is my next favorite? 100%. It just depends on the continued success. What works thematically, with what we're doing too is a huge thing too. So it's in the works. When I'm not entirely sure.
Great, man. Great stuff. Uh, my second question would be, I noticed that you sell on Etsy. Have you considered doing your own .com in the future, doing your own orders, things like that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Etsy was the path of least resistance and least
Yeah.
expense going out. Like I said,
Gotcha.
this was let's throw this at the wall, see what
Yeah.
sticks, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, you just got to shop around, create your own, go through Wix, obviously with the payment
Yeah.
processing. You guys have the shirt shops now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's so many players in that market now, big cartel. There's just a
Actually,
ton to choose from. So
actually, I was on Etsy myself, and then I went to Big Cartel and
okay.
various others. So I'm familiar with Etsy. I was just curious, why you kind of chose Etsy, but you answered it. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was purely a choice of the moment, and that works because Etsy, they just crush you with fees.
They do. Yeah.
You can absorb that, whereas
Yeah.
to take the gamble on Shopify, Big Cartel, or some of those, well, those are subscription based.
Yeah.
So, okay, I have at least got to sell X amount to be paying for that subscription. Can I do it? Well, most likely, and based on what I'm seeing, yes. But now you have to start looking at all those little percentages and everything
Exactly.
else.
Yeah.
It's a
And
learning experience.
a lot of people are using Shopify as well now. So that's something that I had looked at myself, but I really don't know much about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I
Cool.
got I got the Shopify, and it's a learning experience. I'm still learning it every day,
Yeah.
so but it's all encompassing. I'm actually enjoying it, just it's like running your own little business.
Yeah.
A lot of it's for sake of use too. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Etsy because it's got the seller app, on my phone. And I'll be walking in the grocery store or something like that, and you hear cha-ching. Oh, cool! I
Yeah.
just made a sale.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Well,
hot
That's
damn!
there.
All
always
right.
the best feeling when you get that
Sure.
sale coming across your phone.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what gives me the personal. That's
Yeah.
my profit. I don't care about the money. I just love it. When I see that symbol, I'm like, yeah, somebody got it. Somebody got what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's the
Etsy.
pride in your work. Like,
yeah, right,
Yeah.
granted, we're all around here to make money. I'm looking to make
Yeah.
enough so that I can make a next time hat run.
right,
It
Yeah.
is.
right,
It
right, right.
isn't really about the profit, at least not yet.
Yeah,
I'm getting.
yeah, 100%. Yep.
Etsy definitely brings the traffic, so I think you're in a good spot right now. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And they have I love. I mean, their interface is great because it gives you all your metrics, your
Yeah.
conversion rate. They really do a nice job based on what I've seen. And I don't
Yeah.
have experience really looking at the others, but I will say that Etsy's is right on par. So it's
Right.
helpful.
Cool. Chad?
Were you into the Universal monsters growing up or anything? I noticed you got the Gill Man and the Werewolf there. I was into them a lot as a kid, so that's why I asked. I had the plastic models of all of them, and
Yeah. Oh,
Cool.
it's a huge throwback to my childhood. So I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. Now down here in Kentucky, the suburb of Cincinnati. And every Saturday morning was mom and dad slept in. I went out, got the big bowl of cereal, like the mixing bowl size, poured some Count Chocula, half a gallon of milk in there, and
That's a sugar hit.
yeah. Yeah, now I'm diabetic, so I can't do that anymore. But now we know why. There's my true origin story. But yeah, I had a big mixing bowl and plop my ass in front of the TV and watch cartoons all morning long. Just to me, it seemed like half a day worth, and I know it was like a few hours, but you watch that. After that, on channel 43 WVIZ in Cleveland, you had Superhost. So he was like he was a clown version of Superman and kind of like Elvira hosted the afternoon movies. Well, the afternoon movies were Creature of the Black Lagoon, Dracula, Werewolf, Godzilla, all
we
these.
had something like that on the afternoons here. It was Mel's Matinee, and they
There you go.
type of movies, yeah.
Yep. And I mean, that just left such an indelible mark on me. And, brought that love of, Godzilla, all the old horror movies and stuff like that. And it just stuck. So, obviously that's how the hats kind of came about, is like, I like this genre of thing. I like the creepy and weird. I too am strange and unusual, right? Like, it's one of those things. I talked to my buddy about it. There's something. Do I like skull aesthetics, like crazy, horror stuff like that? It's not about that. It's kind of like the Memento Mori. Everybody's got a time. Being involved in seeing skulls and creatures and monsters, it kind of reminds you of your like mortality to some rate. I feel like it brings you, it grounds you, so to speak. So.
Yeah. When I was a kid, things were different in the 70s and 80s. You were never happy unless you were getting chased by somebody, whether it was playing Ding Dong Ditch or something else, that's when you felt kind of the most alive, because your adrenaline's going. And horror movies are kind of the same way, they kind of bring that same thing to you, at least when it's a good one and you're watching it, it's the same type of thing, at least for me.
You want that blood pumping, like
yeah.
The little bit of a scare is good. Now, some of it, I have Lee Cronin's Mummy queued up. We'll see how that is. I heard it's just kind of gross. I don't know about the story, but we'll see.
Nice. I watched the movie Begonia the other day. Have any of you guys seen that?
Yeah,
I have seen that. Yes.
I enjoyed that. That was pretty weird. It went a direction I didn't expect it to go. When I started watching it, I hadn't heard anything about it. So,
Was that on Netflix?
Yep.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, I watched that, and obviously no spoilers for the people who haven't watched it, but early on I thought of that ending. I'm like, nah, they wouldn't do that. Did they? Yes, they did. So go figure.
No spoilers.
So
Cisco said that was definitely an odd movie. Yeah, that was definitely odd. It was kind of like Neon Demon or Neon Demon, I think it was, where they ate the girl. It was crazy. Yeah, it's but yeah, that was up there.
You said Neon?
Neon Demon, I think it was called.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
there was
did
a
you
bunch
have
of supermodels, and then they killed one of them and they ate her, thinking that they would turn into her and make them look good. Like, it was crazy.
Oh my god,
that reminds me of that Substance one or whatever just came out.
Oh yeah,
long ago with
Demi Moore.
Yeah.
That was a crazy movie. Yeah. Especially the way it ended. So do you have another Universal monster lined up for your next cap?
Yes, we'll talk about that later.
All right. Awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
I'm excited. The iPad's charging, so I should be able to show you something.
Cool.
Cool.
You get the first peek.
Looking forward to this. Yes.
You say that?
All right, man. So I just want to thank you for coming on the show. This hat right here, so much cooler than I expected. I'll be honest with you. When I saw the pattern up close, such a unique pattern. You know, we're used to the houndstooths and the herringbones, and this is just such a unique pattern. Really nice bright orange in there with the creature, the lagoon logo in there. The creature got the scally cap on. Thought this was such a badass cap when I opened it. But what I got to say is, and I saw Renee from Black Manor in the comments. I opened her thing, and then I said that only women pack something like this with all those little things that pop out. And then I opened Mike's package, and he's got all those little things in there. And I'm outside, and the wind's blowing, and the shit's blowing all over my yard. I'm like, Mike, you're killing me. He's like, it's a mystery. You got to dig for the treasure. I'm like, I'm in a fucking cereal box right now looking for a treasure.
Once again, a throwback to the 80s when you dug for the prize.
Yeah. So that just happened. Like it's one of those things that just happened, and I had to laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, the colors on this, the theme, and the unique pattern, I thought so awesome. The werewolf looks so cool too. But like I told you, if I got the werewolf too, my wife is going to be putting up my headstone. So
Yeah.
But my question for you would be the frequency of the drops now. So the werewolf came out. We didn't hear from you for a while. You dropped the creature. In the future, and I'm not talking about an every week thing like Boston Scally, but in the future, maybe will there be closer amount of time between when you do drops?
Oh, 100%. Like I said, we're in a total learning process, totally in a financial process of when I can invest the money into making a hat run and things like that based on success. So we're very quickly learning shipping, production times, things like that. So two items. I was watching your unboxing and I'm like, oh shit, wait till he opens my box. I'm gonna get crucified. And I did the same thing. I sent new hats to Mark and previously with his unboxing, all I could remember was him complaining like, oh, I gotta watch, Ace is gonna get into that, and I made sure not to pack his this time in that because I did remember.
Right.
But yeah, it is part of the aesthetic, right? It's our dirt, and it was a creative way. I don't know if you guys have ever ordered anything from Fable, a beard company, things like that. The beard stuff, and you open their box, it's so nicely presented. They've got all the confetti in there as well, and you're like, well, shit, they went to all the expense of adding that in. That would it pluses the experience. Yes, you're going to throw it away and whatever, but it's a little bit better than opening, I don't know, somebody else's cap and your cap's just crammed in a box. So
that was my experience with the beard oil. So you were the first hat guy that actually did that.
Hey, look at us.
Yeah.
Like I said,
yes.
Yeah, you're paying a lot for a cap. I'm trying to plus the experience to some degree for you. You know?
Yeah, so definitely worth it. When I found it inside. When I dug for it, it was definitely worth it. But my other question would be, so BSC has like the Franken head, the vampire head. Did you purposely go with the werewolf and the creature of the lagoon, almost like because maybe those are your two favorite characters, or whether the first two drops, or maybe because like BSC didn't do it, so you weren't going to just do a vampire and do like a Frankenstein, or will you do those in your own way, or you're not going to do them because they did it? You're going to keep it original, or just do your own better version of it?
I'm totally down. I'm going the gamut of the universal monsters. You know, I titled it in our listing. This is our classic series, so we're going to do all the classic monsters.
When you put out the Gilman cap, I thought that was the direction you were going after. Put that one out after the werewolf.
Yeah,
that's really.
I mean, the werewolf was a cognitive choice for multiple reasons. I will explain. So the concept with the full moon and the werewolf, this hat was supposed to come out last October, and if you remember, it did not. And somebody else had a really nice orange hat come out and had a very similar picture. I'm like, oh my God, they stole my idea. What happened here? I missed the mark. What? Jesus. Oh no. So yeah, this was a Halloween hat last year. Also the fall weight to it. I will say the plan was to play it safe color wise. That hey, this is a cool collectible hat on the inside. This brown, you know, herringbone is something anybody can wear with a nice brown suit. You know, it goes with a lot. Same thing with this. If you notice, we went with the green. We found this pattern, which was just spot on for what I wanted for the creature anyway. It's again a lovely green hat with these little nuanced colors in there. Very, you know, on point with what we were looking for. And orange liner. So green and orange. Can we guess when this was supposed to probably come out?
That's it. And I happened to be wearing this shirt. Actually, unboxing this shirt when I unboxed this cap, and I unboxed them both, and I'm like, shit, these go together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like it's
dude.
St. Patrick's cap, you know?
Would have been nice if this would have been out spring, you know, St. Patrick's Day. That might have been part of the planning, right?
Right.
Summer cap, you'll find out, is very thematic to summer, and hopefully we get it out in time for summer. But that goes well into November nowadays, so you know we'll be fine.
Absolutely does.
But we're learning a lot of that, and yes, everything is very deliberate. We have I've got my great big book of everything. I'm constantly running ideas down. You know, that's part of our thing. I know some people dislike the emblem on the back. That's part of our branding. It's going to stick there. The difference will probably be we'll probably run with the purple headstone throughout the classic line. Now, when we do other lines, that'll change. So kind of like, you know, trading cards, you have this series of caps and it's readily identifiable by that. So yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm an artist. I like everything working out nicely. It's well planned out. There's not really like, hey, they didn't do that. Let's do that. They haven't done this yet, you know. So yeah.
So even if they come in there and do something, you wouldn't pivot. You're gonna stay your lane.
Yeah, stay the course. And like it happened, like I said, another werewolf inspired cap came out, and it was like, nah, I'm locked and loaded. This is what I'm doing. Hopefully people get it, you know, and go from there.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you got down the road, man. That sounds really cool. Yeah.
I'm super excited for it. Like I said, I got this book here of all my sketches and ideas, and there's just a litany of them.
Yeah.
Success breeds more. So yes, keep buying, people, please.
So you still got a few more characters you can choose from. You got the Mummy, Dracula.
Yep, Invisible Man, the Bride,
Phantom of the Opera.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so I just got to tell you that like, and the cap makers. I mean, it's not easy to break into the game, and you know, there's a niche somewhere, and I believe between the werewolf and the creature, I think your niche is there with the creatures. I mean, I think it's pretty badass, to be honest with you. And it's especially, I would say there's a good percentage of our crowd that is big horror fans. And me growing up, have you seen? I'm pretty sure you guys watched my review about Elvira. You know, wearing the 3D glasses.
Yeah.
And so it's. I don't know if you guys watched the new Toxic Avenger with Dinklage, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
It's pretty bad, but I mean,
I like the trauma ones better.
All the ones got a lot of boobies in them, so you know.
Yeah. Well, there was some in this one too. Yeah.
Oh, is it? I kept it a tradition. I'll check it out.
But like I said, thank you for being on the show. But it's just cool to have something different. You know, that has a theme to it. Like, you know, we got like Peaky Hat. That's, you know, they got their Peaky style hats or solos, and then you got, you know, your off the wall with BSC with their crazy releases like the slush doggy, slush puppy, whatever it is.
Slush puppy.
I will be getting that, but yeah, but for you to be able to just do the whole genre of horror and stick and do it, I think it's more the nostalgia as well.
Yeah,
that's going to have it. Yeah, exactly, Cisco. Friday night movies. That's right. Yeah,
It
and,
has like a collectability factor
Yeah.
to it too.
exactly.
Dude,
exactly.
dude, if
Kind of like
if
the
he
rose
runs,
caps from BSC. You know, you want to collect them because you want the series.
Yeah.
Having the horror theme too is kind of the same type of thing. I think it makes people more apt to want to collect them.
dude,
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
runs out of creatures, man, you can always go to like cryptids or just anything really
Yeah.
too. So yeah.
Yeah, the Rose was definitely my completest series. You know, oh, they're releasing another one. What does it look like? I don't care. I need it.
That actually is a pretty killer idea that Dubs just said. When you run out of the Universal monsters, you could do a cryptid series. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
pretty cool cryptids that kind of fall into
For
the
sure.
same vein, you know.
For
It-
sure.
It may be already in the book of everything. So
Yeah, he's got a big book there. So.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
I'm
Yes.
about some cryptids, man. So
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah,
forward to
I
that
love
one.
all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah. Same
Yep,
here.
I've been to Point Pleasant and I got pictures in front of the Mothman statue. So
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I was there and I did not know there was a Mothman statue. So
there it is. I'll blast it over to you later.
yeah, it's
yep.
cool. That's cool.
That is one movie, Mothman Prophecies with Richard Gere. That is one movie I had to turn off at night and finish watching. Yeah.
I had a
Since I've
Mothman
seen
pin. I
that.
don't know where I got this Mothman pin from, but somebody, I think Pinhead's Pins had it, I think.
Oh,
I've got a
okay.
couple Mothman pins.
Yeah.
It's a cool aesthetic. I mean, regardless of anything else, it just looks cool, which
Yeah.
also lends to the whole horror thing. Drawing up artwork for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just your mind just goes. Like you can come up with stuff easily, and then it's like, well, which are my top 4 that I like that I want to, start building off of. So yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
People love the Sasquatch, man, but there's so many cool cryptids out there and like local stuff to your state or just anything, man. So
yep. I'm in Kentucky. There's the Hopkinsville Goblins.
there you
The
go.
Frogman here in Cincinnati. There's tons. Yeah, that's a whole nother
Yeah.
a whole nother
We got
run.
the Wendigo up here in Minnesota.
Do
Nice.
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I got another question here. Like from the time, other than the financial side of investing into a hat.
Yeah.
How is the process from okay, this is what I want to pick, and from that time until it's a completed project for the idea when you started till the end?
Sure. So to kind of backtrack it, production's anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks to get that done. I'm drawing up artwork. I've got 2 hats I'm currently working on artwork wise. The werewolf, and people may have noticed that, the artwork on the werewolf. I enlisted my local tattoo artist, Erica Hollingsworth. By all means, look her up. Broken Heart Tattoos now. I commissioned her to do the artwork on that. I'm old school, so paper, pen, and pencil drawing. I have an iPad, a tablet that I'm learning Procreate. The creature was done, on Procreate. The next one's on that as well. I'm getting proficient now with it, but I commissioned the first one because
That's awesome.
I just couldn't get it done in time. And I'm like, I have the vision. I know what I want it to look like. This is it. What can you do? You're doing artwork all over my body. You can clearly do draw me a picture, right?
Good idea.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
she was down for that. So you'll notice like that has a much more traditional tattoo look. The creature is more my style now, and it's more that comic book style. And for the most part, obviously we're going to kind of stick through with that unless people really start to hate on it, I guess. I don't know. It's what I like to do. It's how I want to do it. So, we'll roll with that. And like I said, I'm just getting better and better with using it. So it's been a learning curve there. So yeah, I'm always drawing. Easily add in another 3 months there, I guess, to work out all the details. So yeah, it seems probably in that 3 month range from cradle to grave kind of thing.
All right. Any more questions around the top, guys? Before we ask them, Jordan, drop some hints.
Yeah, man, just one. We talked about it in the lobby, but I thought it'd be cool to let the viewers know. What do you
Yes.
wear like on the daily? What brands are you into?
Like I said, I try to wear mine. I'm
Yeah,
still, a Boston Scally guy. They got great stuff. They put out a
yeah,
lot of great stuff. They as your show, I tuned in for that one to try and take notes. What people like. There's a lot of hits and misses, right? I'm
yeah,
hoping I don't have any misses anytime soon, but yeah, they happen.
Yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely.
the
yeah,
biggest problem there was always fit for me.
same.
I
Yeah,
I'm locked in on whatever I wear, a large through them, and it could vary. So I was at that point. Me and my buddy were complaining so bad. To get the hat I wanted, I would buy two, get the third free, order three sizes, make sure I got the one I want, then return the other one, go through that whole pain in the butt process. They end up keeping your shipping fee and all that. And you're like,
yeah,
well, I got what I wanted, so it's the cost of doing business to get my favorite hat, whatever. So yeah, I've got the hat sizer. I don't think I can reach it now, but I'm checking mine before we throw it in the box to
yeah,
make sure. Okay, yeah, that's good, and move on, because once you lose that consistency, that's going to aggravate people like nobody's business. And I know,
yeah,
so that was a big thing based on Moose's first review. Like, and I knew it when we pumped out the 60 centimeter werewolves, the first run. They are snug. They're definitely a snug 60. Some people like to wear them snug. I'm the one, curving the bill, and I like
yeah,
mine larger anyway, and that affects, the fit and the size. So it gets tricky, but that's the other learning process is making sure, hey, quality control's there. That was the biggest thing to come out of, you guys' show on the good, the bad, the ugly
Yeah.
Right.
is
that was,
take the time. Yes, it sucks checking every hat before you throw it in, and I know it's in a box of all the same, but make sure it's good. And the stitching and seams, you want all that stuff on par, because especially
yeah,
being a small hat maker, I hate to say, like, we're one mistake away from, closing up shop.
Right.
yeah,
Now, I
So
guess the other question would be, where's the hat made? I don't see where is the
currently
hat.
we're producing out of China. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's where our production is. We've looked all over. I know Peaky Hats spoke to this.
Yeah.
It's if we could find someone in the U.S. to make it, I'm thrilled. If we could find somebody in Canada, I don't have a problem per se where it's made. I would love to make it here. They don't want to take on small potatoes like us
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
and
yeah.
retool what they're doing. We make ball caps. We're not going to make that kind of thing. If you're going to order like 200 to 500,000 of them, yeah, we'll fit you in.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I feel like
Dude,
everything is ball cap crazy, even when you go with the PODs and stuff like that. Or
it is.
Shopify. Wouldn't you just have a scally cap? Like, just have
Well,
one I could print on and sell on my
I
site.
know, right?
Everything's
Yeah,
ball caps, ball caps, ball caps. Dubs
everything.
knows because Dub's been looking into it too. We've been looking into it,
Yeah,
and it's crazy. Michael, I
I just
think you have
would.
an echo. Does somebody have an echo? Michael might have an echo. You have something on? You got to lower the volume on?
I do not, but I am catching an echo.
Yeah. Catching an echo from
It
somewhere.
usually means somebody has their PC on because there's a delay. PC
Yeah,
volume.
I heard it there for sure, and I'm on the phone.
Oh, okay, so you don't have
I'm
a
not
PC.
hearing,
Okay.
I'm not hearing that echo.
Yeah, so it's maybe you then, Moose. Yeah,
if
Moose
you're
is
the only
not
one who
echoing.
can't hear it. Now we can't hear it. Oh no, there it is.
Yeah,
Still
it's
Well, let me check my settings here. Mic settings.
Moose is not echoing, right? So it has to be him.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Oh.
what we're going to do.
Again.
We are going to turn my Bluetooth off because we
Oh,
did
that
lose
could be.
power at the house last night
Yeah.
Yeah.
due to a storm, and I have a feeling that might have been it.
All
All
right.
right.
bingo.
Disconnect.
Moose was the culprit on the
now?
the comeback episode too, the health episode.
Hey,
We're good now. We're good
I'm
now.
not hearing you now.
When in doubt, go with Moose.
We're good now. Is it gone?
Poor Moose gets blamed
Yeah,
for
you're
everything.
We're good. You're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right, so now now we hit the production part of things, and what kind of hints can we get?
What kind of hats? You're looking for the big preview, the big. Hopefully everybody's on board. Hang on 1 second here.
What
Oh,
we got?
we got something.
So I've got two, not two previews, one preview, but two different ways to show you because I want to make sure people understand how the process. But like I said, the great big book of everything. You'll see I draw things up, get my sketch ready, and then I go over to my handy dandy Procreate, and then start building the look. So yes, a lot of people I think I've alluded to on other chats and what have you. The next hat will be. Hold on. There we go. The next hat is the mummy.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, great.
Nice. Yeah.
So that
Very
is
cool.
what we are going with. We, like I said, this is going to be a summer hat. It's going to be my first venture into linen. We're going to try a linen cap.
Nice.
Cool.
See how that goes. So,
Speaking
yes.
of, I saw your question about that on Facebook. Great. Yeah. Great.
I may have been fishing for information because I want to know, like,
Yeah.
what do people think? What do you wear? And wool's a very breathable, thing. It's designed not necessarily to be a hot hat, but in the
Yeah.
summer, it just happens that way. It's as good as insulating as you can get, and then it breathes, but not nearly enough, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. There was, a fall hat, spring hat, summer hat. Currently very close to finalizing the plan. I know what the hat's going to be. We are going to do a special edition Halloween hat. That won't be a universal monster. It's going to actually delve into Irish lore.
Cool.
And
Nice.
we're going down that route. So
Yeah. Very
What's
cool.
Very
what's the
excited for
material on the creature? What's the creature made of?
it's a wool blend.
Oh, okay. Because it's
Yeah.
lighter than I didn't realize that because it is a little lighter.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
very nice.
is that mummy cap being a linen? Is that going to be a solid, or do you have a linen with a pattern?
So it is a solid color. There's going to be unique embellishments to it that'll make it not just your standard solid color. I don't want to give away too much just yet because
Yeah.
I want to see it in production. They're doing our mock-up, and I want to make sure it looks like I envision it looking, and make sure it's cool. But it's a very I love the concept of it. It fits very well with the mummy and things like that. We're so there's obviously the headstone is a big portion of what I'm doing too, going with that leatherette brim that mimics stone. I mean that's the play on words, the fun, along with that. This will be our first one. It's going to have a sandstone brim for obvious reasons. So it's all going to fit thematically with the mummy and just I think be a really solid look. It's going to be a nice plain hat once again, like we talked, that goes with everything, but yet it's going to have those unique touches that makes it us.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yes.
Yeah, and the comments look like they're ready for it now as well. And yeah, they even gave a couple ideas like for how for Christmas you can do the Krampus.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's yeah. I got a different channel here. You should take my money now. Yeah. All right.
Do
Now, I
you,
put a thing in there for questions from the viewers in the chat. Just go ahead and put your questions in the chat. I've got a question for you. As far as I know, you said like when you get the little ding on your phone, you got a sale.
Yes.
Other than that, obviously, what is your most the most rewarding part?
Getting to produce it in general, like I said, I'm an artist, did graphic design, things like that, always drawing, collected comic books out the wazoo. I have Amazing Spider-Man probably from issue 100 all the way
That
up
was a
until I
big
got
comic.
married, issue 400. And then it kind of, stopped off and then started back up after, my son was born, things like that.
I was a big comic
Um,
book collector as a kid.
Same
yeah.
thing with me.
So, give me a piece of paper. I'm scratching and drawing and doodling and whatever. So the fact that I'm creating something now that people like is a reward in its own, let alone something that people can actually physically wear now and go out and, obviously I haven't seen anybody out in public, with it, but the fact that, my baby's out there, wandering the world,
Yep.
it's just such a great feeling, right? Like you can't even, it's hard to describe, really. So yeah, it's all about the fun and excitement of doing it. Obviously profit will come, but it's very much, about the love of just doing the whole creative process from cradle to grave. It's huge. So
When I was a kid, I spent most of my childhood drawing and wanting to be a comic book artist. I thought that was what I was going to do until high school. So I understand that. I still, love to try to create stuff, and I'm sure that's a cool outlet for you, being able to channel that into the caps.
absolutely. Yeah, Todd McFarlane. I wrote my senior paper on Todd McFarlane and his artwork.
Yeah, I can't echo that same thing, Chad, because unless there was comic book with stick figures in it, that's the only way I would excel. But there's a question in the comments. What on the next release? What sizes will be available?
Okay. Yes, I've been falsely accused. I would like to come forward. I do not hate people with small heads. I also do not hate people with large heads. I only have so much money to make certain sizes. And I very quickly learned, like you saw with the creature, we expanded to obviously 58, got to 62, got the other sizes back in of the werewolf to go along with that. So we have the 3 size run. We will be, based on request, definitely doing a 56 as well. Dubs, I'm sorry, I don't see a 64 in the works as yet, but it's
He doesn't have hydrocephalus.
yeah.
62, but yeah.
We'll branch out. We have the 62, but if anybody needs any larger than that, we'll have to rip some stitches and add some material in, I guess.
So I have a quick question for you. Are you going to keep offering the creature and the werewolf as these other caps come out, or are they only out for a limited time, or is it something you're gonna keep offering?
Great question.
These are currently based on runs.
Okay.
So of the creature, I put the quantity as 40 because I need some for, if there's defects, exchanges, things like that. There's 40 available of each size of the creature right now. Can we get more in? Yes. Will we? I don't know. When? I don't know. It's really, this kind of goes into what we talked about earlier. If we get into a whole Etsy situation, or if I can branch out and kind of get like a wait list or something that tells me, hey, it's worth, we've got 30 people ready to go, then I can do another 50 run, because the cost gets really ridiculous adding in, like our werewolves, to get the 2 size run that I did, of which I only have, of the 2 new werewolves, there's only 25 of each of those. It's kind of like an all or nothing when you order. They want the bulk order as well. So it gets a little bit cost prohibitive if I can't order enough. And then, once again, that just depends on how the financial climate is of doing that. Will they always, I'm not saying they're limited, get them now, you'll never get them again, but I could definitely not say when, you know, those would ever get back in stock. Once we go through the stock that we have, yeah, it might be a wait for sure.
I saw Brims at the Beach asked a pretty good question.
Yeah.
Have you thought of doing pre-orders to offset the costs, and then you might know what sizes to order? You know, if you have people of certain sizes pre-ordering, you could just pre-order those sizes.
I've considered it. I know a lot of sites that do that.
Too long to wait, or
It's just me kind of doing the bulk of
Sure.
this. My girlfriend's helping out a ton, you know, on the backside things to start having to keep track of that. The you know the 9 to 5 job, and then I tend to do side jobs as well and stuff like that. It's just too hard for me right now to do pre-orders. Would I maybe do those down the road or start up a waiting list, things like that? Absolutely. And I think that goes in more in line once I get like an actual website where it's easy to, you know, click the waiting list or notify me when it's in and things like that. I think that's probably down the road. But definitely, you know, looking into it right now, it's just not something I can handle or take on to go that
Yeah.
route. And it seems like, well, no, you're just getting a compiling list. No, because then you got transactions and God forbid something happens, you know, now you got a refund. And in my mind, at least, it's a very messy process to run the backside of things. So I'm just staying away from it for now.
how many defects do you get per 50 caps? I see Cisco asked that. Are they pretty common defects, or?
No,
question.
that is a good question because I ran across my first one yesterday. And it's the first one I've had in all of our hats. And they basically, they goof the stitching on the brim and where it connects. And I'm like, I'm checking it out. The size is good. I'm like, oh, wait, well, you know, what's this? So yeah, was able to catch that one. And, you know, like I said, I look them over before I put them in the box and go from there.
Right.
Now,
Right.
to kind of go off that, now, when that happens, is the company who made the caps pretty, as far as like, hey, you just send them a picture and tell them you got a defective cap, or how does that
Yeah,
work?
it's we're working on that. They're very good working with us, you know, very apologetic. You know, we'll see what they do to make it right. They want to know obviously which size and lot it came from so that they can kind of do their quality control. But you know, we've vetted the people that are doing it for us, you know, as far as their practices over there and things like that. And they've been great to work with so far. So we haven't had any issues. Seams and stitches aside from this one have been spot on. And they actually caught, so the first batch of Werewolf, they sent us pictures and they're like, you know, the bald guy no slip grip that we have on the inside liner. um you know, they caught a defect and they're like, we want to let you know, we're gonna rerun these through production because we caught the air. And while it sucked and delayed, you know, obviously the hat again, it's like, oh crap. But oh my God, I'm so excited. They actually did their own quality control in addition to, you know, ours. You know, they caught it before it went out. Cause if we would have got the hats based on the picture they showed us, I would have been pissed, right? Like
Oh yeah.
that won't fly. You know, now I gotta spend money to send these all back. No, you know, we're gonna have to figure something out. So, you know, they've been great. Really happy with our relationship that we've got going there.
And there's another
Cool.
question on here. I know we went over a little bit ago. What is the werewolf actually made of?
The werewolf, the hat,
Yeah,
it's a wool.
George is asking, is it wool? I think it's a blend, isn't it?
Wool, and then you got the poly cotton blend brim or what have you, the liner here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a polyester liner. And then a leatherette brim. It's
Leatherette
synthetic
brim,
leather. Yeah.
These are good questions.
Here's somebody else
Cisco had
asked,
asked if it was a vinyl overlay on the inside or not. Yeah, that's what he was asking.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Obviously the decals, heat transfer. I believe it's heat transfer is what they're using. Heat transfer logo. The like I said, the technology of the bald guy no slip grip. Patent pending, of course.
Here's another good question. Will or has the Sasquatch theme ever or will be made by you? Is it you have anything about a Sasquatch at all?
In the book. without being able to read it, hopefully there's a bunch of ideas. Just ready, itching, and ready to go. It's the great big book of everything. It's got tons of ideas. It just the brainstorm went off, and one night, just like, oh yeah, and then we can do this, and then we'll do this. I need an angel investor, and you can have them all. I will do them like lickety split.
To jump off that, somebody else asked, will all the caps sort of be like these louder, brighter colors, or will there be some darker caps, almost like maybe the coal or something like that?
I know for a fact Halloween will be a black-based hat. It'll have a lot of the black in it. When we get to the vampire, that's going to be kind of a black and red theme. The mummy is on point with the beiges and things like that. It'll go, to the best of my ability, thematically with what it represents.
Right.
It's got to fit. I'm not going to do some like outlandish, red for an underwater thing. I'm not going to do, it's got to fit.
Well, let me tell you something. This creature really fits. I mean, that fabric and that color so fits the creature. It really does.
I saw those pictures, and then when I got the box, and so funny story, our hats got delivered the weekend my son graduated, and I had my dad, who was driving through Cleveland. My son's in Louisville. I'm like, you have to stop. You have to get the box on the way down. I need to see these hats. And we cracked that open, and I was just dumbfounded. Like I said, we get all the pictures and swatches and things and all that, and it was just so good. I was so pleased with it. Like, it was way better than I expected in full.
And that's what I got to say when I unboxed it. And I don't want to sound mean when I say that, but it was way better than I expected. Not that I expected nothing, but I didn't expect it to be that good. I gotta say that. I guess that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's totally a compliment. We get that. We've had the reviews. The quality and craftsmanship is way better than I expected. Oh, what do you expect?
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it like
some
that.
double-faced tape,
Really
stuck the panels together, and
yeah. Well, I guess it was my first cap from you, so I didn't really know what to expect. So then you're just like, wow,
Speaking of, you and Moose both did really good reviews on that cap, man. If anybody hasn't seen those, they need to go back and check those out.
Thank you.
Yeah. All your reviews are good. I mean, I like the detail you guys put in, and you're well spoken, obviously, and fun to watch. So, keep up the good work there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I remember when I did the werewolf review, and it was kind of like a shot in the dark. Because one, I was like, what? I mean, I seen a couple people on Facebook have it, and I was like, man, that's something different. And then, and I was like, it's on Etsy. I was like, that's my first Etsy order. So I got it and I put it on, and it was like kind of like, I can't say it was like I was unexpected. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that good. And I was like overly impressed. And then I was like, all right, that's when I reached out to you, Mike, and I was like, hey, it's a great cap. And then next thing you know, you started seeing more and more people on Facebook with taking pictures of it, and then the creature with that going on. It's good to see, and that kind of leads to my question: is like, what is your typical release? Since you only had 2 release days, what was how did you prepare for the creature as far as what thought process was in that?
I took the day off. Obviously, releasing on the 13th was clearly it fits the trend. The whole Knights Templar, Unlucky 13, all that. I'm like, oh, that'll work. We've got them. Yeah, we'll do it Wednesday. Screw it. There was a big thought process. Okay, do I do it like noon? Boston Scally, do I wait till people get off of work? Maybe I'll just release at 7:00 so that people are off work. there is no,
Maybe the
you know,
same thing.
9 to
It's like
5
prime
people.
time, payday. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Payday. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I learned from that. My big thing was to be ready, available, so that whatever orders I did get in opening day, so to speak, I got those suckers in the boxes they were coming in, and I ran a batch of boxes at 1 o'clock, or no, it's 3 o'clock, and then another one at 5 o'clock to try and at least get them to the post office so that these people are going to get them as quick as they can. I kind of pride myself. I get an order in, go box it up, have it ready. If I can do it today, that's awesome. If not, it goes in tomorrow. So yeah. Oh, and 13. So the girlfriend's daughter is a big Taylor Swift fan. So I had to appease the Taylor Swift fans too.
Now, for our audience, the best way to find you would be just to go to Etsy and type in Headstone Apparel.
Yep. Yeah, we're coming up very quickly on that search now.
Okay.
And then Headstone Caps and Headstone Apparel on Facebook, Instagram, respectively.
And I got the link to Headstone in the chat here now. If you want to go ahead and hit up them and look at the creature, the werewolf, as well as the shirts now, and the pins. The pins glow in the dark, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the pins are cool.
And that's another one of those niche things. Like that's what separates you from the competition. Between
that'll be a continuing trend. The mummy pin will also glow because I'm just into that glow in the dark stuff. So.
And it actually glows. Because I remember Moose, you did a review where you thought something was going to glow in the dark. I think maybe it was a funky brim shirt. And it didn't glow in the dark.
Yeah.
But this one actually, it glowed in the dark. Those pins, man, it really glowed. And the inner things do too, right?
The inner liner does not, no. But all the pins do, because we get to pick, what it glows and whatnot. But for the pictures, it's enhanced. I've got one of the cool flashlights that help, make it glow. Yeah, you can even see there.
I call that a sheet checker light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It took me a couple seconds. Now I got it. I went over my head.
Moose is taking those things to hotel rooms when he stays somewhere. So.
No, you don't want to do that.
And the glow in the dark. There's another callback to the 80s and 70s when you had the carnivals and you won the glass mirrors that were $1 for throwing a dart at the wall, and it had all the glow in the dark. You know
what else?
Cool black light.
Also, those little things you get out of the cereal box, they glow in the dark.
There you go. See?
The Count Chocula box. I'm sure I have a few of those.
Yes.
All right. I'm seeing we got more questions in the. You guys have any more questions at all for Mike? Before I can stick some more questions from the audience.
I just want to thank you again for coming on. I'm looking forward to seeing what else you come up with.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just
thank you guys so much for having me.
Just a comment, man. I'm ready for the flat cap dudes. So let me know when you do drop that. I wanna get my hands on one.
I also want to say for somebody who said he was a little camera shy, you're doing a pretty good job. So.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Absolutely.
Thank you.
He kind of came to life when that camera came.
I'm a Midwesterner. Once I relax and I'm with good people, I'll bullshit all day long. So
there you go.
Yeah. Well, I remember Dubs was worried like when he first started doing these. Now he's out of his shell and no longer a hermit crab. And, it's good to see, and it's. Oh my! I got. That's not. I would love to read this question, but it's in. It looks like it's in Polish. I can read the Strakowski part, but
I was just trying to figure that one out myself.
If it's Stanley, let's go, Stanley.
So I got Cisco here. A glow in the dark cap would be perfect. How cool would that be? Yeah.
Yeah.
He just now went to a baseball game where they played under black lights, or there was like a black light thing.
Yeah,
Cisco was at that. The crowd was like, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
And I bought that Daryl Dimebag Daryl shirt from Dixon that was supposed to glow in the dark. That thing doesn't glow at all.
Really?
I wonder what that is. Maybe you need a black light or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
maybe they
the
just
black
mean
light
under
does
black light, but
wonders.
they advertise it as
Yeah.
glow in the dark. Mine doesn't glow.
Right,
I'm
right,
trying to
right.
market it.
Glow in the
Dude,
dark glasses. So
Yeah.
I really,
Oh,
really
yeah.
wanted that freaking flannel too, man. I'm glad to
I
know
like
it
the
didn't work
shirt,
out.
even though it
Yeah,
doesn't glow. It's a cool shirt.
yeah. Love me some Dimebag Daryl.
Yeah.
yeah, if I can come up with glow accents in it, you know I'll have it because yeah, I'm all about that stuff.
Maybe get like the underbrim and the button to glow or something.
Right,
Right.
right.
Oh, we got Ryan finally joined. What's going on, Ryan?
What's up, Doc?
So yeah, the glow in the dark idea, that's pretty good. That is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a good question I have to throw back out to everybody. But buttons or no buttons?
I'm a button guy.
Yeah.
I like no button if I can, but either is fine.
To me, it depends on the style of the cap. A newsboy's got to have a button.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Six-panel on a
say.
flat. Yeah, 6 panel on a
Yeah.
flat doesn't need a button, but a newsboy does.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's the way I feel too.
And I got one more question for you before I see we get any more in the audience here first. But one more is that what's the long-term vision you have for the brand?
A long-term vision. I'm just all about the continued success and being able to do what I like to do and bring the great big book of everything to life. You know, if I can make all of these, I'm loving life, right? Like it just doesn't get any better. Like, you know, having my dreams come to fruition like that, it's great. I'm staying strong on the brand. Please, by all means, buy these lovely soft cotton tees. Also available on Etsy. Free shipping on the tees.
Yeah.
You know, that was an exciting thing. You know, I saw you guys are all doing t-shirts. And I'm like, that would be cool too. You know, if I could do something like that, and found that shipped. What is it? The print to ship type store where they're printing it all for me. I don't have to carry stock, which makes it
Yeah.
affordable to me to produce for everybody. And, you know, hey, if that can further support the overall effort, I'm all about that. Like, I just want to make people happy, excited. And yeah, if you can help promote the brand, oh, you like the artwork and have the tee on it, awesome. Like, it just doesn't get any better, really.
Yeah, I have a quick question for you. In a perfect world, what's your final goal with this? I mean, do you just want to make these caps come to life so you can create them and just kind of keep it as a fun hobby, or is it something you'd like to see branch out into like a full-time job and maybe turn into, you know, like a small company?
Oh, if it could branch out into a small company, I would be so down for that. Like, enjoying what I'm doing. Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Make it a full-time thing.
Yeah, I'd love to be the next Boston Scally. I'd like to be the next, you know, that's definitely, you know, the overall goal is to make it hugely successful, hugely profitable, and roll with it. It's going to take time, you know.
I hope you scale. I hope you scale your business, man. I hope you do.
Yeah.
I hope it goes there. Yeah.
It's going to be continued support from the community and everything. I mean, you guys are great. I interact regularly, you know, through the Instagram posts, Facebook, the different groups and stuff like that. I mean, we've cap wearers. I don't know. We're great people. They're just. It's a really good community. And that's
It is.
that's hard to find. And there's always those people out there that can ruin things, whatever. No, I've seen nothing but like positivity all around and excitement for all the different makers, you know, not myself, all of them. We all still love Boston Scally, you know. It's just a great bunch of people, and I love it. I mean, that's what makes coming, you know, like I said, I was camera shy. Coming on, talking with you, it's you all, the community is all people I would hang out with, right? Like, I wish you lived down the street, you know, you know, go get together, whatever.
Yeah,
100%.
I thought that way about several of our guests.
Yeah. I mean, Chad, when he got the hats from Zier, he's like, man, I wish you lived closer, buddy.
Oh, yeah, that's for a whole other reason, though.
Chad, I've never seen Chad smile so much as I did on that video, man. He was like a kid.
Yeah.
I was
As
pretty
I would be
surprised
too.
that
I got three
totally didn't
awesome hats
expect
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
that
great
was pretty
community. It
fun.
really is.
Yeah, both that and the Luby boxes were pretty cool to get. I didn't expect either one.
And the Luby.
Yeah.
Well, when Moose got the Luby, I thought the world was going to come down. I mean, there was an earthquake. He was about to settle.
Yeah, I expected to get up and start doing like a little happy dance.
Yeah, I was throwing my glasses.
Hit
like
me?
that guy
I thought he
does
did.
those things.
Well, that's the other thing too. I'll say about the community. I know Moose is doing his, walking and getting healthy. Like we're a supportive community. I'll put in a plug for
Yeah.
Tameless Tallow based off the show the other week. I got Corpse Cafe.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. We're learning about not just caps, people, like how to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Here's a product you might like.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. All that kind of thing. So it's just been
Yeah.
great. And that drives us all. Like,
Yeah, those late.
I lost
Those
everybody.
ladies in the beer for
There you go.
sure. I don't know. They know how they want their man to smell like. Like. And also on that tip, just want to congratulate Dubs because Dubs is actually on his journey now and he's making a lot of progress. He gave us some great
He
news
is.
today.
Yeah.
So
You can see it.
big ups to Dubs on his weight loss journey right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and I do enjoy your updates in our chats as well, our little private chats, Dubs. I'm rooting for you. Everybody here's rooting for you.
Yeah.
And it's just it's great to see, especially what we talked about earlier on in the chat. It's in another year from now where you'll be medicine free and everything like that. But yeah,
I'm getting
The
close,
older you
man. I'm
get,
getting
the more
close.
important your health is. Your health is your
Yeah,
wealth.
for sure. For sure.
Definitely. 100%.
That's one of the things that I was so surprised when I started doing YouTube is just all the friends and cool people I met over the decade or so I've been doing this. I never expected that. It's been kind of a cool experience along the way. Just stuff like this. And
Well, dude, I mean, think about us, man. I'm from freaking Tennessee. Ant's from New York. You're from Minnesota, and Moose is from Kansas, right?
by way of Michigan.
Yeah.
By way of Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, we touch on all this shit from our childhoods, which is all the same.
Yeah.
We go on those nostalgic episodes, Little did I know Moose was a hip hop head. That shocked me. Bro.
I wouldn't have guessed that either. That surprised me. Yes.
Moose is deep into that.
Yeah.
He's a big Will Smith and LL Cool J fan, man.
Yeah.
Now Will Smith.
He likes those LL Cool J love songs.
I need love.
Yeah.
He knows the real MCs. He knows his shit for sure.
Yeah, he does, man. I'll give him props on that. He does. Yes.
He's a good sport too.
Yeah. These guys pick on me quite a bit.
Yeah, you notice,
I got a question for Ryan.
you notice he was going to kill the werewolf with a slingshot, right?
Yeah.
The rest of us had
He's
cool
so
weapons.
big, that's all he needs.
See, while we're on that, I had a whole different idea for that. Moose was going to shoot the cap off with a slingshot, but I decided not to take it there. So, Ant blasted him, man, with the gun. Yeah.
Moose said his wife was like, "Why are you holding a slingshot?"
Yeah. My wife watched that whole intro, and at the end she's like, "What are you holding? What do you got?" I was like, "A slingshot." She's like, "Nah, it's a." She didn't do it. So Ryan, the creature comes in a 60 and a 62,
and a 58.
I will be honest, the 60 is a true 60.
Yeah, I got a 58.
That's what I was wondering if they run true to size.
For the creature, it's definitely a true 60. So I would say either stretch the 60 out or, I mean, if I don't know exactly, you're like 61 and a quarter or what it might be.
So yeah, I verify it. It's definitely true to size.
Yeah,
cool. It is. If you measure with the measuring tape, you're a 60. It's a 60. The thing I will say with the thinner material on the creature, it has a little bit more give versus the werewolf by far.
Yeah,
that's a much more stiff material.
Yeah, this is actually.
So there's a difference in material between the two.
Yeah, the werewolf's a straight up wool, heavier, more structured. This is what I would consider. This is your Levi 501, and this is your relaxed fit.
Okay.
All right, Mike, do you have anything else you want to say or anything you want to say to the audience?
Thank you one and all for all your support. Like I said, the community, obviously the people wearing it, posting, I get reviews. I throw those up practically immediately when I see them. Just to give my love back. Like, I'm so happy you like what I've made. That's going to keep me going. If you want more, just be enthused about it. I'm not saying you have to go purchase anything, but be in the postings and stuff like that. And hey, wouldn't this be cool? All that stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to keep creating, and I'm all about it. So
You're doing a great job.
thank you guys. Thanks so much.
Good start.
And dude, please come back and hang out with us, man, down the road when you do. When you
Absolutely.
do drop more
You're
things.
welcome to come back for a drop.
Yeah,
Definitely.
feel free to drop that mummy cap or a future cap on here if you want. Might get you a boost
Yeah.
on your first sales.
Yeah, we can do a
to have
live
you.
drop. We can do a live drop like Todd's done in the past.
Peaky
Most
hat.
definitely.
From Peaky,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that works out pretty well.
Come back.
Yeah,
during
I'm totally
Halloween.
down for that.
We have a lot of Halloween ideas, so that would be
I
cool.
always
too.
enjoy getting a sneak peek of everybody's caps when they drop them too. So like a kid in a candy store.
Ooh.
I'm easily entertained.
Yep. For
yeah,
sure.
So I mean, everybody, we had great involvement in the chat tonight. I put a link in all of our stores as well as the Etsy store for Headstone Apparel, and everybody's proud of you too, Dubs. I'm looking at these comments here as well. And
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
You
brother.
filled those promos hard. They were good.
Yeah, he's awesome at that. But yeah, please support our shops. Each one of us has a shop. Please support it. We got some cool stuff. Something for everybody on there.
Yeah.
Ryan, you won't be disappointed in these caps, bud. Yeah, go ahead and pick those up. I mean, I know you're a huge cap collector. These are right up your alley, sir.
Dude,
Ryan's
he may be
making some
biggest
badass caps.
Yeah.
He just makes a cap a day, I think, like for himself.
Yeah.
And they're all
He's like
bangers.
my flag in the background, right?
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
I was like, you got all those flags? Like, nope, AI does though.
Oh, the flags. Yeah, no. I don't think he's hatching AI, bro.
Dude, you fooled me too. I thought it was for real, man. So
Yeah, I'm like,
I did as well. I'm like, he's having them printed. He must know somebody at a shop that just prints them off daily for him.
I'm like, he's got a John Leary Yikes flag.
All right. Well, again, thanks everybody.
Hey, Moose, before we go, where's that Pistons flag? Where's the Pistons flag?
Okay. You know what? I
Go
wanted to
Cavs.
play New York so bad, and then that happens. Now you guys beat by Cleveland.
We deserve basketball. We have to deal with the Browns, guys. Okay, come on.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Cleveland over here.
Yeah.
I'm originally Cleveland. Yeah.
Well, I would start talking a lot of shit right now, but I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Bulls fan. I grew up with Michael Jordan, so I'm a fan of the worst fucking team in the NBA.
All right, everybody. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate it, Mike. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to having you again in the future. And just reach out to us whenever you want to come on here. We'll schedule you around it. We're good to go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just one more thing. We are off next week for Memorial Day.
Oh yeah.
So we're back in 2 weeks on June 2nd, and we got a real great guest. We'll start teasing it. We're gonna leave a little suspense for you guys. Back on June 2nd with a banger guest. Get ready.
Nice.
Have a great night. And again, thanks for watching.
Take care, guys.
Thanks so much, guys.
Right.
Thanks so much.
Later.
Welcome to the Gentleman's Roundtable. Pull up a chair.
You can watch us on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central.
Would you fancy some cheese and crackers?